Welcome back to Mastering Rogue Legacy with Brian. And for today, we have an archmage who's going to gain back 7 hit points and 7 magic points for each kill, which is pretty awesome. And what are our spells? Let's see, we've got the magic axe, we have firewall, and we have conflux. Alright, the axe is a pretty good first one to start. And, ooh, I'm not currently wearing a sprint rune because I took it off for the Hokage. So maybe I'll put a dash rune back on. Give me a second here. So I elected to swap out the balance rune, and so now we will only get 6 hit points and 6 magic points back per kill, which hopefully will still be enough. But now I can do my little dash. Alright, so let's go ahead, head into the castle, and let's see, what are my goals with this character? I would like to see how well this mage can survive heading up towards the Maya, so I think I'll head up there first, and then based on how he's doing, we'll decide where we're going to go next. I think that seems reasonable. So let's see, more things to talk about. This is actually the 3rd episode. I've already recorded and edited and uploaded 2 episodes of Rogue Legacy today, but I'm on a Rogue Legacy roll. Just in the mood to play more of this game. Oh dear, okay, let's try using some spells since I'm an archmage, and that would be the smart thing to do. Try to kill some guys that way because this guy's going to do a lot of magic damage. Okay. Yeah, there's a few other things we can talk about. I was recently watching... Oh, and I got hit by the bone too. Oh man. I was laughing at myself for completely missing the skeleton and having the axe just go in a little arc right over his head. And then even after I did kill him, I still got hit by the bone afterwards. What a dummy. Alright, the good news is we're in the castle, and with all the hit points and vampirism and whatnot that we got going here, I'm not too worried right at the beginning. I was watching Etho recently, who had a video where he talked about Steam Summer Sale stuff, and the fact that one of the games he picked up is Rogue Legacy. I don't know if it's a game that he's actually likely to play. Neat. That was the easiest rune ever. Curse rune, just plate. Not a rune I'm going to use, but we are definitely in the collect them all. Speaking of collecting them all, look at this. Haste rune, chestplate. Collect them all kind of mode in terms of the runes, because once we collect all of the runes, we will start getting stat upgrades, which is amazing. I think I will use the axe in here. Okay, I would love to hit that scout. And if I go down here... There we go. Now I can back off over here. Yeah, not a problem. I've got rhythm. Look out, world. I know how to play this game, and I'm on a roll. I must be butter, because I'm on a roll. Oops. I try to get too silly with it, and then I walk right into his attack. Silly Brian. Yeah. I don't think... I'm trying to guess. Like, Etho talked about the fact that he bought like 10 different games in the summer sale, and so I'm sure he's only going to air like 1 or 2 of them on his channel. But if Etho were to play this game, I would definitely enjoy watching that. But going through some of the others, like, I don't think he's particularly likely to do this one. Let's see. I do not have PAD. And just for money, I think I'm more likely to take damage, so I'm going to leave that one behind. I said I was going to go up towards the Maya, so let's go up towards the Maya. So in any case, I was somewhat excited just to see that Etho was at least going to be playing this game, so there's a possibility of that, because he's still generally one of my favorite guys to watch, and other than Minecraft, I don't watch. I mean, he doesn't put out a ton of content that's not Minecraft, but some of the games that he has played have not been games that I've been interested in, and so if he were to play another game that I would be interested in, then that would be so cool, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. And I guess since we've started off this room, we'll go ahead and finish it off. I'm not a super fan of the 3 spells that this guy has. Well, I guess it's mostly the firewall, or whatever it's called. There's like a name for it. I can't think of what the name of the fireballs that surround your player, what the name of that spell is. Conflux is not bad, but it's very situational, in terms of you need a big room full of enemies to kind of maximize your return at a conflux. I will, however, go ahead and kill that guy because I took a fair bit of damage from them before. And then the axe is a pretty good spell. It's a nice kind of all-purpose spell. The axe and the daggers Kind of still prefer the chakram to either of them, but they're all three of those are kind of like pretty good general purpose spells in my opinion in this game. And I'm trying to continually get better at using my magic because I think even early on in this playthrough and definitely in previous playthroughs that I've done of this game, I would have many a character die with all their magic reserves unspent. It's very easy. I don't know if that's a weakness of the game or a weakness of me playing it. But it's very easy to fall into the trap of just treating every character in this game like a melee character and only using your sword, or relying too heavily on your sword. And yeah, I think that kind of like doesn't do the game justice when you play like that, and also kind of puts a ceiling on the progress that you can make, or how good, oops, darn it, that you can get at the game. And so I'm trying to get better at using all of the spells and special abilities that the various characters and character classes have, because I think it makes the game more interesting, and I think it makes, you know, you more powerful, like able to achieve more in the game. Okay, so we're going to try out the Maya. We're going to see how it goes. These guys always give me trouble, and so we're going to try to hit them with an axe. Great. And I wouldn't mind hitting you with an axe either. Great. If you manage to hit the enemies at the arc of the axe, you can often hit them twice, kind of once when the axe is going up and another time when the axe is going down. Let's go ahead and take out this chain door too as well. Oops, crap. I'm an archmage, so I have plenty of mana. I can afford to spend a fair bit of it. I see a magic potion over there that's going to give me some magic back, and each time I kill an enemy I'm going to get 6 magic back, and so with these combined forces, getting more mana, it's not going to be a huge problem. And I've got a huge mana pool. Nice! And we get 37 at a time from a mana potion. Yeah, I should definitely be using even more mana that I'm already using. In fact, I should have considered Conflux going into this room. Great. Alright, and I see a skeleton below me. A ranger, who I have missed because I'm a genius. Still, hopefully with this character's run, maybe, I'm going to use a lot of axes, I expect. And so perhaps one good run with a ton of axes will get me better at aiming the axe. But it's still the weapon that I believe I, personally, am least good at successfully aiming. Could use Conflux in that room. Actually, this would be a good place, I think, to use the firewall, whatever this thing's called. Let's try it out. Because then I can just kind of continually hit these guys. Oops, crap. Let's turn it off. Oh, I hit it again. I grew up in an era. I mean, I don't need to date myself because I've talked more than once about my birthday and the fact that I'm already 38 years old. But I grew up in an era where, you know, I started out with an Atari 2600, which had a single button on the controller, and then played the NES growing up, where you had A and B buttons, and occasionally select and start were used in some of the games. Oh boy, let's switch back to the axe. But yes, I'm not used to having lots of buttons in games as controls, and so it is often the case. No, darn it. Okay, there we go. Let's use the axe. That I struggle when there's multiple buttons to remember what all the buttons are, and then like the particular controller I've got has, you know, like 20 buttons on it, like every controller these days now. It's got like left trigger and right trigger and 4 buttons on the main part of the controller, and then like select start kind of buttons in the middle of the controller, and so when you see the game all of a sudden just randomly pause and things, like it's entirely my fault, but that's what's happening. That's why, because I'm not good at controlling the game. Okay, and there's a bunch of guys in here, and basically I'm willing to trade off the magic points if it means I'm going to kill more guys and get back some hit points, because I'm a little low on hit points right now, and so that's why I'm choosing to kill all those guys, even though I can't get the gold from them. And we're going to take a peek in one more room, but I'm getting a little bit low. Okay, let's actually go ahead and cast an axe in here to kill a couple of these guys, just to make this room easier to get through in the future. Actually, I can do that once again. Oh crap, I just walked right into the blood bullet. Silly Brian. But my hit points are pretty high now that we've killed a few more guys, and in fact, let's even kill a few more. Or one more, because I'm so good at aiming the axe. Alright, we're getting low on mana. But the hit points are pretty high once again, and so now let's see if we can do a little bit of work with the Archmage's sword, although killing a Pyrite is going to take like 10 swings of the sword or something ridiculous. Because an Archmage... Archmages are not known for their strength. They are an intelligence-based character who is all about the magic damage. Alright, hit points are all the way back up. Mimics actually take a fair amount of knockback, and so you can kind of pin them in a corner like I just did there. Halphus and Bareth. Let's return to them when I have more magic damage, because I expect I might get a new piece of equipment if I succeed at defeating those guys. Let's see if we can get through 1 or 2 more rooms here without using too much magic and instead gaining some magic back. But if not, actually, let's go ahead. That's totally worth it. Hitting 2 different guys 2 times a piece is a good way to spend mana. Alright, with this character. And there's no one else coming up anytime soon. Oh, no, there is. Oh, hello. Alright, but the Ison, yeah, I can kind of dodge behind the wall. I can totally beat this guy melee. Let's try to build our mana points back up. Let's see. Okay, so Etho playing is one thing I was going to talk about. I can't remember if I've mentioned it before, but Alzarath, one of the guys that you guys might know from the Strangeland server, is also doing a playthrough of Rogue Legacy, and I was actually just watching one of his videos earlier today, and he's like 3 or 4 bosses in, and he's up to having some really great characters that were just kind of kicking butt and owning face, and it was fun to watch. And so if you're looking for more people to watch with Rogue Legacy, and I also suggest to check out Alzarath, who, if I remember, I will link in the description of this video. But if I don't, you can go to any of my Strangelands videos, and you can see Alzarath as well as links to all the other channels of the folks who play on the Strangelands server. And those guys, most of the guys there, unlike me, actually play a lot of different games. And so you don't have to be a Minecraft fan to enjoy some of the other Strangelands content that people are putting out. Ooh, there's a fairy chest in there, but there's also that crazy guy. Guardian Helm! Ooh, that's a good piece of equipment, I think. I think I will be very happy to have that. I think I will go back after that fairy chest. I'm gonna peek around to see if there's... Okay, that's not gonna be an easy room. I might end up eating some of those things. This room's not so bad. Is this painting coming to life? It is not. 1 Hulk Guard. I can totally beat this guy melee. Oh, neat, and a chicken leg to boot. Not bad. Not bad, sir. Alright, you were dead. Let's take a peek over here. I think I probably have enough hit points and mana that I could take on that... See, like a Nino Pojo? Let me actually hit him once and just see. Okay, he runs pretty fast. I have a better weapon. I could use this. I'll go through all my mana. I think I will. Nice. Oops, accidentally conflux. Once again, button mashing. Brian the button masher. Hit too many buttons. Sprint rune bracers, and possibly some heavy truck making some noise outside. Let's see. Alright, let's go up through here. Let's go ahead and grab a mana potion, because my mana is getting very low. But at some point I'll probably move back into the castle. Okay, and so I can go up here and then over, right. Seems like, okay, and let's get the axes ready for these guys. Nice, and then I can hide behind the wall. Oh! I totally could have dodged all of those ice particles too, and I failed. So it took a little bit of unnecessary damage there. I suppose in theory, all damage is probably unnecessary damage when it comes down to it in this game. Because if you're very good at dodging, at least, maybe not once you get into like New Game Plus and New Game Plus 2. Oh, whoa, okay, that was a closer call than I wanted that to be. But yeah, definitely in the early game, it seems like that is the case. Let's see, there was a hard room over here. Let's take a moment. I've done a good amount of exploring back here. Let's teleport back to the castle. And this time we'll move to the right. We'll find easier enemies to fight in the castle, and so I'll be able to easily get some hit points and magic points back up. And we will also try to find the entrance to the forest, or perhaps the castle boss room, which which are teleporter rooms, which will have extra healing potions and mana potions and other ways for me to recover. And then once we're in better shape, we'll head back up to the Maya. And I expect... yeah, at this point, we've seen a bunch of characters go through the castle. It's kind of split in terms of people who want to see everything, don't want me to skip anything, versus people who are happy if I edit out some of the boring stuff. I think I prefer editing out some of the boring stuff. So I'm going to do some editing out. I'll bring you guys back in if there's interesting things. Oh, and here's the entrance to the forest, so I guess I didn't even need to edit that out. Alright, the forest, I think, is also going to be straightforward with this character. Let's see. Let's try it briefly. Yeah, my magic is... wow, my magic is already full. Like, I went through, like, 2 rooms in the castle. Holy crap. Okay, that's pretty cool, actually. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that this guy is going to own some face in the forest. And... yikes, especially if I manage to successfully dodge guys. So yeah, I think after this room, I'm going to head back to the Maya and see what kind of work we can do there. We could probably even take a peek down into the dungeon. Possibly find some new equipment down in the dungeon as well. That could actually be really exciting to do on camera. So maybe I'll do that. So I'll make a cut here and see you guys when I see it. So with maximum everything, we are back here in the Maya. And, ooh, this will be a difficult room. Let's use some conflux in here. This room calls for conflux, and I'm going to try to spread it out. Of course, I just jumped into one of the conflux orbs. They bounce around for either like 10 seconds or until they crash into your character, and so you want them to not crash into your character. And so immediately I ended up crashing into one of the conflux orbs. Okay, I'm pretty sure I can dodge all of these projectiles, no problem. And you know what? I've got a whole bunch more mana. Let's go ahead and spend some more of it. I'm an archmage. That's the point of being an archmage, is to spend all the mana. Speaking of mana, there's another mana potion. Is there anybody left alive in here? I don't hear the guard box anymore. Did I kill everybody with the conflux orbs? That seems too good to be true. But I think it might be true. Wow! Alright. I really enjoy conflux as a spell. I think I'm actually, yeah, just coming to enjoy all the spells in this game a whole lot more. I can't wait until we get strong enough that we can go ahead and unlock the Lich and start playing some Lich King and Queens in this particular playthrough. Because that's another character that I really like, and if you play them well, you can get them tons and tons of mana. Oh! Oh, wow! He jumped up here. Bad news bears. Let's use more mana. More mana. Whoa! Alright. Totally need to, okay, recover a little bit here. Let's see. Let's use that on you. You are almost dead. Where'd you go? There you are. Nope, don't you jump down here. Bad guy. Okay, I need to back off. I'm very low on hit points all of a sudden. Great. I will back off and find some healing items and go back to the castle. And here are some previously unexplored rooms of the castle, where we should be able to, yeah, gain back some hit points through vampirism, and also pick up some more gold. We're already at 15 gold. I didn't realize that I'd maxed out. No, I haven't maxed out gold gain up. I'm wearing a bounty rune, and so we still have to spend a little bit more money to get up to the maximum amount of gold gain up. It's one of the few stat upgrades that I highly endorse you to upgrade as fast as possible and spend all the levels or all your money on early, because it's just an investment that pays off. If you want to get into like New Game Plus and New Game Plus Plus, the gold gain bonus just continually pays itself back for itself. That's a really awkward way to word that, Brian. It pays for itself, is what I'm trying to say. And so it's totally worth it in the long term to help everybody gain more money. Alright, and so I think let's actually go ahead and succeed at failure. I'm very good at throwing the axe over people's heads. Still haven't got to the point to where we are aiming it successfully. In terms of other recommendations, I also highly recommend the Sky Rune in preference to a double jump. The Sky Rune takes more mental effort, but is far more versatile in my opinion. Calypso's Compass! Alright, we have a new goal for this character, which is to successfully get to the secret room that Calypso's Compass points at. And so, we need to go further to the left. and then down. And so I'm going to focus just on getting to wherever this is pointing. It looks like it might actually be in the castle, and so this will be an easy room to get to, perhaps? Yeah, I think it's going to be right over here. Awesome. Calypso's compass leads to a secret room, which typically has equipment that is far above your current tier of equipment. And so it's one of the best things that you can find. There's the secret room. Let's go ahead and kill this guy and get this gold. Be very careful when entering the room. So the compass points at a particular location. Compass is in the top middle of the screen. Once you reach there, there'll be a little up arrow. Tap up once. Do not press up again. Made that mistake before. Imperial chestplate. That's one of the best chestplates. That's amazing. Ranger chestplate. Probably not as good. Yeah, do not press the up arrow again immediately, because if you do, you'll walk back out the door without getting the chests. And then that will be the saddest thing ever. Alright, we have an Imperial chestplate. And so now, the rest of this run's goal, I think, will basically be to earn as much money as possible. Because I expect that's going to be a fair amount of money to unlock that particular piece of equipment. As well as, ooh, take no damage. Can I do this? I think I can do this. Is this first thing going to bounce to the left? Okay, yeah, it is. Okay. Gently, gently, carefully. Oh boy. Darn it. I thought about just making a dash for it. I'm not sure if that would have been the smart thing to do there. Usually I succeeded that room. Alright, my hit points are very low. And I have at least 1 or 2 statues available with chicken legs, and so I'm going to head back to some of those. I'll see you in a bit. I've eaten a couple of chicken legs. I'm still a little bit low on hit points, but I think I ought to be able to stay alive and earn some more hit points back in the forest. Especially with a large mana pool. Alright, and so let's see. Alright, so it's 1 hit with the axe, 2 hits with the sword, for most of the bad guys around here, it would appear. There's always a little bit of randomization. Basically, I think each room, all of the enemies that you encounter will have a constant level. So for example, all the headless horses will have the same number of hit points in this room. But if I go to another room in the forest, the headless horses might have a few more hit points or a few fewer. Based on your level, I'm currently level 69 in the upper left-hand corner, which is the number of upgrades that I've bought at the manor. I've bought 69 upgrades, apparently. Based on your level, kind of like the enemies kind of scale to that, which is one of the reasons that buying equipment is so powerful, because equipment makes you powerful, makes you more powerful, without causing the enemies to also get more powerful. Alright, I need to be careful here because I need to preserve these barrels, and I think my magic axe will destroy the barrels, and so I want to just kill these guys with the sword, so that I can stand on the barrels, and then go up and get the chest that's at the top, which I think is just a gold chest rather than a fairy chest. But still probably worth getting, because I do want to have all the gold. Oh, there's still another guy. All the gold that we'll be able to use to both unlock the new equipment that we got, as well as be able to pay for any equip-ups that I'm going to need. Alright, money, money, money. That is very good. I'm going to save all of these barrels here and get them on the way back. Take no damage. I might be able to do this with the Sky Rune. I am willing to take the risk. I don't recognize this room, actually. I'm worried, but let's give it a shot. Oops, I screwed it up. Alright, so then once I go through... I see, then you come back over here, and you just fall back down here. Okay. You know, I don't know that I've ever seen that room before, or if I have, I just don't remember it. So that's interesting. Okay, so I saved these barrels here, because they might contain chicken legs. And indeed they do. Alright, great. And so that gave me some of my health back that I just lost. Probably could have afforded to save more of those barrels, but that's okay. Yes, little bits of strategy in terms of if you want to keep one character alive, preserving all of their various... Yikes. I have plenty of mana. Let's go ahead and miss the tall guard who's directly below me. Oh my goodness. Oh, I thought I'd already taken out the chain door, actually. I thought my magic axes were hitting him. Darn it. Really not good at aiming these axes yet. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna die if I'm not careful. Let's be more careful. Okay, fortunately the spike ball just died of its own volition. But I'm still pretty low on hit points here, so let's make a concerted effort to earn them back. Alright. And I still have plenty of mana, so let's also be very willing to spend it if it's at all going to help improve my longevity, like this guy. Okay, I think I can hit him from here. No, here? There we go. Good job. I do not like the wargs. They are hard to time. And I see the flame lock, blaze lock, whatever he is above me, but those guys cannot shoot their fireballs through walls. And so long as I have some walls to hide behind, I'll be doing just fine over here. Woohoo. And sure, let's go ahead and hit him with an axe. Oh man, I didn't manage to hit the second guy, and they were standing almost right together. Alright, but I'm back close up to max hit points once again, so I think I'll be reasonably safe in the forest for a while. I'll make another gut and see you when I see you. Fairy chest, no looking, no problem. I've got a dash rune. Grace rune, bracers. One more fairy chest unlocked. After this character, we should start counting how many fairy chests are left, how many runes we still haven't gotten, because at this point I think we've gotten most of them. There's going to be enemies below in this room. I'm kind of tempted just to send an axe down here and see who it hits. No one, apparently. Oh boy, but there's definitely plenty of enemies here. Oh my gosh. Let's switch to flame barrier, sure. And then let's also do some conflux. Let's do it right here. Nice. I will do one more conflux because I hear all the headless horses down there, but let's move to elsewhere in the room so that we will aim the orbs in a different location and hopefully hit a different set of enemies, maybe? Hopefully. Alright, and wait for the conflux orbs to do their job. Cool, I heard at least one headless horse die. Okay, and now at this point, if I just take my time... Oh yeah, we've killed just about everybody. I can't believe that first magic axe managed to miss everybody in the room. That seems pretty weird, because there were a fair number of enemies in here. I guess I'm just that good at misaiming the axe. Good job, Brian. Hey, we found the forest boss room, which is very nice. Mostly for the extra gold, and for the healing statues that we now have in reserve. We beat the forest boss last episode with... Yo, boy! Yikes, yikes! Nice use of the sky rune, and then I ended up running into the bloob. Well, that was going pretty well up until then. But I did use a good magic axe there, so I can be happy about that. Yeah, we managed to beat the forest boss in the previous episode with the Hokage, who ended up having to be split into 2 episodes because he did so well. I usually aim for 25 to 40 to 45 minute episodes are kind of like the range that I go for. I definitely prefer to have episodes be kind of coherent and cohesive. And so, you know, if you have like one good character and an episode can just be that entire character's playthrough, I prefer to do that as opposed to, you know, just look at a clock and, you know, stop every 30 minutes or something in the middle of different characters' runs. Just in terms of my own kind of personal preference, both about video editing style, but more so about, I just feel like the viewing experience or whatever. Like, when I watch episodes, I prefer them to be, I don't know, feel complete when you get to the end of the episode, feel like something was done and something was accomplished. And so that's why you'll see such variable lengths on my Rogue Legacy episodes, and on a lot of different episodes of different things that I put out. Yeah, and in terms of regularity, I prefer instead to go after regularity with regards to upload schedule. And so this series is currently going out every day, and if I can manage to record enough of them, I talked in the previous episode or a couple of episodes ago about the fact that I'm going to be going away at the end of this month, doing some traveling. Won't be able to record for a few weeks, and so I'm trying to... Okay, let's remember there's a healing fountain here. Trying to record a bunch of them ahead of time so that hopefully I can still either continue to stay on a daily schedule with Rogue Legacy, or as I've got another game or two that I would like to record. As I start recording other games, you know, have like this on one day and another game on another day kind of thing. But it requires me to record a bunch ahead of time. Fortunately, I'm really enjoying this game, and so I plan to record a whole bunch over the next few days, assuming that I can. Oh, hey, the Land of Darkness. But this is a very nice room to start the Land of Darkness in because we can pray for assistance. Alexander Zobel. Yeah. Can fight the upgraded version of Alexander. I might replace that. If we find another place to pray for assistance, oh my goodness, oh my goodness! Yikes! Okay, I might die here quickly if I'm not careful. Okay, good use of the axe. Let's also just take our time now that this is the only enemy coming at me. Nice, okay. Let's see, in this nightmare, assuming no one else flies down at me, or Dark Stallion, I guess this guy is called. Is Nightmare the 3rd tier, and that's the 2nd tier? I really can never remember all the names of the various upgrades of the different enemies in this game. Let's see, what do we got in here? Okay, this is just the type of room that I like to find. A room with no enemies in it. That is a room at my speed. Okay, another room with no enemies in it. Let's have the entire Land of Darkness be just like this. Actually, let's have a few rooms with one easy enemy. That would be even better. Okay, turrets, not a problem. I guess, do they count as one easy enemy? They're kind of 4 easy enemies, since there's 4 of them shooting at me there. And, okay, this room will be more challenging, but let's do it. Nice. Okay, let's take you out, because you were the only guy who could still shoot at me from afar. Alright, I relied a little bit too much on melee work there. But it worked. And now this guy is super slow, so we can finish him off, no problem. And furthermore, we can get back to the castle. And there still might be some rooms in the castle over here, and so I'm going to go try to finish those off and see if I get my points back up. Let's gamble. The Miserly Elf. Which of the 3 chests should we go after? I always go after the first one. Nothing! Alright. So we lost 3,000 or 4,000 gold there, but we could have won a whole lot more. I like to do that gambling game. I think I've talked about before that in general it's got a positive payoff. What is the middle room over to the left here that still has a chest in it that I haven't gone after? Oh yeah, this room. Let's leave that chest behind. Are there any other rooms in the castle? There are. I'm going to go up there and see if we can kill some more easy enemies. There's a new room of the castle right over here. Oh, it's the castle boss. Alright, well we beat Kiter, Kidder, whatever his name is, a long time ago. But some more healing statues are definitely welcome. I could actually use the mana as well. So go ahead and grab that. But I think at this point I should teleport back up to into the Maya and try to explore more of that. And so we will grab the teleporter. Gosh, I've opened up a bunch of teleporters at this point. That's actually really good. And see what awaits us over here. Okay, can I do this room? Should I change anything else? I think the axe is still good. Oh boy. Alright. They do flash right before they're about to charge at you, these pyrites. And then they also just hover before they're about to do a slow charge at you. But the circling around tends to be what kind of gets me and throws me off. And I think I discovered, basically, your axe almost travels the length of the screen if you're standing in the middle and about to scroll the screen to the right. And so, if I have that warg, that wolf, whatever he is... Oh gosh. Let me focus on killing the pyrite for a moment. Or letting the pyrite kill me. Bummer! Man, I didn't even fire a spell at him again. That was a foolish thing to do. Alright, I still need to get better with the axe. I potentially should have used Flame Shield or whatever a bit more there. But we still did a good job with this character, most notably getting Calypso's Compass and the Imperial Chestplate. And so that's definitely something we're going to take a look at. Hokage with ADHD, Hypochondriac, Barbarian Queen, Paladin. The ADHD Hokage is going to move super fast, and I love movement speed, and I also love the chakram. So despite the fact that we just had a Hokage a couple characters ago, gotta have that. Oh man, look at how fast I move. This is going to be amazing. Okay, so Imperial Chestplate, 34 extra armor. Yes, we are totally purchasing that. I need a fair amount of extra weight capacity. I'm going to have to buy 3 equip-ups, so let's go buy 3 equip-ups. 1, 2, 3. Admittedly, I missed out my opportunity to get my final gold gain up by doing that. But the chestplate is more important, because 34 more armor. I mean, I just went from 43 to 77 armor. I don't know exactly how the armor characteristics calculations work in this game, but I know that 77 is way better than 43. And so I'm pretty happy with that. All right, and what else do we get? We got the Guardian Helm, which is 18 more armor, but takes away some health, but gives some more mana. That's an interesting trade-off. That one's kind of a closer call. I think for now, I'll stick with the more health. But that's something to think about. And then I said that we were going to count. We still have 2, 4 more there, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18. All right, we still have 22 runes to get. I thought we were getting closer to getting all the runes. We still have a long ways to go there. I'm a Hokage, which means I don't need the dash rune. And yeah, let's swap it to a balance rune to give us a little bit of mana regeneration and a little bit more of vampirism. We can always use the Hokage's special ability if we need to do a little dashy kind of thing. And I still have 3,500 gold. What else do I want to spend it on? Presumably some upgrades over here. Attack power and health and armor are all good for the long term. I'm going to be spending more time in the Maya and the dungeon. The Hokage already has good attack power, so I think let's just spend it all on health up, maybe? Yeah, let's do that. 2 health ups and a mana up. That sounds good. All right, we have a Hokage who's ready for action. This guy actually is probably... might be capable of taking on the next boss. We'll have to find out in a future episode of Mastering Rogue Legacy with Brian. I hope, as always, that you guys are having a great day. And next time, we will take this guy and see just what kind of damage he can do. Bye-bye.